man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. It's your boy CJ Goodfella Sports TV. Let's get a final thoughts to Errol Spence taking on Danny Garcia tomorrow in Dallas, Texas. They getting them dollars in Texas, so shout out to Errol Spence and Danny Garcia for putting on a good fight during the pandemic. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And the final thoughts video, if you haven't seen one before, it's basically my final thoughts on the fight and my reaction to the weigh-in. So let's get to it. Check out the welterweight playlist for more videos like this. And Jesus, basically, Errol Spence looked good. 46.4, slightly less than what he weighed for Sean Porter. Danny came in at 46.8. Danny looking more ripped than I seen Danny look at 140 pounds. He looked healthy, looked strong. He been sparring. People talking about how Errol been working out since, since April, May or something like that. Danny Garcia been training ever since he barely had a bad decision versus Ivan Redcast. So he been sparring big, strong southpaws, athletic guys. And, one of Danny Garcia faults is just not being able to cut off the ring. And I don't know if his father brought somebody in to assist with that, but he looked strong. He looked ripped. He stepped on being the B side of the scale first. He looked good, man. His daddy said that Errol don't look right. To me, Errol looked right. He talking a little bit different, but, when you got them new teeth in, maybe that might be an issue to that first. But him being back with Blu-ray ain't talking that much, it don't seem like. And that was probably part of the deal. Stop talking to the sorry-ass new media so much. And he looks ripped. He got a 10-pack. Shit, he got boom, 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 boom. So he looked real good and sound real confident. Not sure if he nervous, going into tomorrow. But you always get butterflies before you go into a big fight like this. So it's been 14 months since he fought. Danny fought at the end of January. So it's been what? 11 months around. Less than 11 months since Danny fought. So Danny got somewhat of a rhythm. That's kind of one of the advantages for Danny. But both look in shape. Probably no excuses on both sides. Like they both have strong training camps. The only reason they fighting in Dallas, besides probably like New York, which Errol got a good following in New York, Danny got a good following on the East Coast, is because Dallas is allowing fans in the stadium. So that's a good thing about it. But Errol looks strong, like he hitting hard, like he focused. But one thing you got to remember, just because you stop drinking and smoking for a portion of the year, everything that you did in your entire life catch up with you, and it's still embedded into your body. But he young, he still can shake it off. Southpaw, not sure what Danny Garcia, I'm not sure how Errol Spence do against, or Danny does against Southpaws, but he got good speed, good foot movement. He got a 4-inch arm reach advantage. So it's basically like him fighting Mikey Garcia, just that Mikey is, 2 inches lesser, and Danny is more of a natural welterweight, though, as far as in the frame. So, yeah, I think he going to box well. He going to use his jab, and that's his best attribute. And Sean Porter took his jab away in they fight. And Errol looked pedestrian in that fight without his jab. So, it's a couple ways that Danny can take away the jab. It's countering the jab over the top, or he can jab with him, or he can move away from the jab, but then you move into the strong hand, which is his left hand, his backhand. So, not sure how Danny do versus southpaws. Not sure how many southpaws Danny fought. One thing about Danny Garcia is he fight up and down to his competition, just like Sean Porter. And what you got to understand, just because Sean Porter beat Danny don't mean Errol going to beat Danny, even without the car accident, because Sean is a perfect matchup for Danny as far as him moving in the ring. His output is too much. Errol, throws a lot of punches as well, too, at least in the Mikey Garcia fight, in the Sean Porter fight. And if Errol go out there and throw a lot of punches, to be honest, that's in Danny Garcia's favor. Because the more punches you throw versus Danny Garcia, the more opportunity he got to counter him. And Danny is a puncher with two hands. Danny can counter. He got a good counter right hand. Danny got a good left hook. Danny got a solid jab. So that's one thing you got to notice about Danny Garcia, is that if Errol opened up with a lot of punches and Danny Garcia find the opening, that's a problem. And people saying like, well, I don't see how Danny can win this fight. And look here, man, Errol ain't that fucking good. He fought. He barely won his first Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't knock out Mikey Garcia. He hittable. straight up and down, he hittable. So he square up sometimes and all that. So, you know, I think people overrate Errol Spence straight up and down. I don't see somebody that's like exceptional. I've seen so many great welterweights just going back looking at fighters. Trinidad, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, even though he wasn't a true welterweight. You know, I just seen so many better welterweights than him. And then don't forget, Danny Garcia faced the better punchers. And Errol Spence ain't never faced the puncher since he fought Richard Lartley. And Mikey was probably the best puncher he faced other than Lartley, and Mikey didn't let his hands go. So, you know, even though I think Errol is going to outbox Danny easily, just don't forget, this is probably the best counter puncher that Errol done fought. You know what I'm saying? And he got power. So, you know, with Danny Garcia, you know, he got a target that is probably going to be sitting there who ain't super fast like Keith Thurman, a guy who's drained at the weight, who tends to get tired during the rounds in his last few fights. So, we'll see. I think Errol's length and his boxing altitude is probably going to be too much for Danny. The length, you know, and just a little bit of speed advantage is going to be too much. But if he trying to beat up Danny Garcia, like he said, better than anybody beat him up, he giving Danny Garcia an opportunity to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like Ray Mancini said, the left hook is the punch against the southpaw. That's the punch that the southpaw don't see coming. And don't forget the right hand. Danny can punch with the right hand. He can counter with the right hand. So, you talking about Danny Garcia got 2 good punches against the southpaw. You know, counter left, straight right hand, counter right hand. So it should be interesting. I don't really think Danny is going to beat Errol at all or obliterate Errol at all. But I just think he got a chance if everything ain't right with Errol. You know what I'm saying? And people talking about, well, Danny hasn't done nothing at welterweight. Paulie, he stopped him. Robert Guerrero, some people thought he won. He lost that fight like Floyd. So, but Danny fights up and down to his competition. And Danny's in the best position when he's Danny's the best position when he is the underdog. So we'll see. We'll see. Errol look good, look strong in the body. Danny look strong in the body. Errol got the speed, length, slight height advantage, good body puncher. But like I said before, I wouldn't refer and tell Errol to go to the body in this fight. In my opinion, I would say stay away from the body, go to the head. You know, be cautious, land, be accurate like you did versus Kell Brook. And just move. You know what I'm saying? Cut the ring off. Not even cut the ring off. Just use the ring. Box. Use your jab. You know, Joe Joyce just won to fight versus Du Bois with a jab. Use your jab. And only use that tool in that left and that right hook when you need it. You know, all I tell him is jab, 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 and right hand. Then he try to make a chance. Try to take a chance to get him. He will take chances, unlike Mikey, and throw a hook or a right hand. You know, I tell him get up under it. Hold him to referee break. Keep your distance. Southpaw position. Keep him on the outside. Keep the tench up. Keep the hand up. When Danny come in with the left hook, don't even look here. That left hook, don't even let him punch through the guard, because he punched through the guard, he could hurt you. Tell Errol, walk away from the left hook. Step to your right. Take a chance with Danny jab hand. Step to the right. Shoot that left hand down there. Jab, jab. Step to the right. Left hand. Shoot the jab. That's what I would do. Tell him move right. Move away from the jab. Move away from the jab hand. So step to his left, jab. Take your chance with the right hand. Don't get caught with the left hook. That's what I tell him. Jab, jab, right hand. Hold him if you can. Or if you got the distance, step to the side. Jab, jab. Don't move straight back neither. Because this ain't Mikey Garcia. Well, Mikey going to be sitting here like this. And just not punching. Danny going to take chances. And if he go toe-to-toe with Danny Garcia, he start opening up, all Danny going to do is this. Or Danny gonna do is this, the right hand. So should be a good fight. I got Errol winning pretty easily, just boxing. But I really don't think Danny got a chance, to be honest. The more I think about it, Errol got the movement, he got the speed, he got the length, you know. And he do tend to fight down to his competition, but he in great shape. I think Danny ain't got much of a chance. Errol is just too much of a dog, body punching. He gonna tear that. I don't think he don't body punch Errol. Don't body punch. Just go to the head. Step away from the left hook, and don't throw too many power punches in front of Danny Garcia. You just do your thing. Just jab and right hand, straight left hand. You know, you start opening up and going to the body, then you go to the head. So we'll see. I think Errol got an advantage with the corner. He got an advantage with height, length, speed, athleticism. The only disadvantage Errol got in this fight is that the experience versus a two-hand puncher and experience versus a counter puncher that was a power. And the dude is healthy. We know that. Also, he switched strength and conditioning coaches. Everybody talking about Errol switching to Blu-ray. he switched strength and conditioning coaches. And I think that's pretty much going to be the factor right there, is that Errol back with blue weight. But two-hand puncher, counter puncher, guy that take chances, got a granny chin, experience, healthy, and he got a little bit of rhythm because he fought this year. So I like Errol to win 9-3, maybe 8-4 at the most by blowout. I think Errol will win. Let me know what you guys think about the fight. Don't forget to check out our welterweight playlist for more videos like this. I will be live tomorrow on Goodfellas Sports TV. Live today, Goodfellas Sports TV, talking about the fight. But don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook group link, all those links in the description. If you want to, hit me up, you want to advertise your business on the channel, got video requests, you want to chop it up, hit me up, want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That link's in the description, PayPal link in the description as well. Appreciate the love, support. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.